the power source essentially for all the storm surge and all the wind damage that we can see. That wind field is growing and strengthening, and we do anticipate that today some of the global models are showing us that vertical wind shear, the shear, is going to help to weaken this storm. So what we do expect in the forecast is to see this system weaken upon its approach to Florida, to Tampa Bay specifically. Now we do know that the pressure has dropped in the latest advisory, meaning that the system has strengthened. So still, as you're waking up right now, Milton is a Category 5 hurricane out there in the Gulf, and it is still set to make landfall along our coast as a Category 4 hurricane right around 2 a.m. So we can see that landfall a little earlier, up until 11 p.m. It's just going to depend on how fast the system tracks to the northeast. Right now, it's moving at about 14 miles per hour. We do know that the system is going to then cut across the state, continue its strength as a hurricane, but be downgraded to a Cat 1. And we do know that the way that this system is coming in, this is the official forecast line. This is updated as of the 5 o'clock advisory. It is set to make landfall as a Cat 4, and it would cut right in between, over towards Longboat Key, in between Bradenton and Sarasota. The deadliest of the storm surge will be just south of there, including Charlotte Harbor for Sarasota, Siesta Key. Our coastline is not going to look the same after Hurricane Milton. This is what I need you guys to know. We have not seen a storm make a direct impact along Tampa Bay's coast like this in over 100 years, and not at this strength. This is still a major hurricane. We are not out of the eye here in Tampa Bay either for downtown Tampa and St. Pete. So we really need you to take this seriously. All the storm surge, though, just to the south of that eye. And we see that the models are getting in better agreement. Look for yourself. You can see the cluster right here. Most of them, the majority, showing somewhere that landfall along Manatee County. Now, there are one or two stragglers that are over towards portions of southwest Florida. That's why they need to pay attention to this too. But the majority of the models showing us that landfall will be over towards portions of Sarasota and Bradenton. So that's where we can see the landfall. In addition to that, the most deadly of the storm surge is over for our bay, 9 to 13 feet potentially. Also another 10 to 13 feet over just south of us for our neighbors in Sarasota. And we know that radar is showing us we're starting to feel the first impacts of this system, which are the areas of lighter rain. So that's making roadways slick if you're headed out. On radar and futurecast showing us this look. We can see the system is approaching, and Mike Prangley is going to talk about the timing of these rain bands and that isolated tornado threat.
Thank you, Amanda. And I'll tell you what, we take a look at this, and for those at home, again, our bigger